Good morning, St. Francis. I pray for you today, as I do every day, that each of you are safe and well. Last week, I shared with you that I was going through reading a book written by Father Malcolm Boyd, titled, "Are You Running With Me, Jesus?" In this book by Father Boyd, we have a collection of his prayers as he lived his life in the midst of the 60s and the civil rights movement here in these United States. Prayers. Prayers is our connection with God, our relationship with God through our thoughts and through our deeds, our actions. This past Sunday, I prayerfully, in my actions, through my deeds, I went downtown Greensboro to LaBauer Park, where I stood amongst thousands of people gathered throughout Greensboro, and I am certain beyond, to give voice and action related to the death of George Floyd and generalized police brutality here in these United States. And in the midst of this huge crowd, and let me say, I promise you I was wearing my mask the entire time. In the midst of this crowd, there were many signs and placards expressing the emotions and feelings of the people gathered in the park. Black Lives Matter. Defund the police. Deconstruct the police department. Those who murder write the reports. In our days and ages, in this time in which we find ourselves living in today, mass communication has been reduced to hashtags. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Hashtag defund the police department. And if we are not careful, I feel, it is difficult for us to listen to what is really being said beyond the words, the few words that you can put together and form in a hashtag. Yes, I believe here and now we are called to look and listen deeper than just the words strung together in a hashtag, Black Lives Matter, defund the police, those who murder write the reports, etc., etc. I believe now more than ever, we are called to ask ourselves, what's beyond and deeper than these words and phrases? What's at the heart of the matter? What about the fear? What about the hurt? What about the pain? What about the anguish? What about my personal fears of living in a world when I do not know the next time I will be the object of someone's hateful racial slur or their acts of implicit bias that sees me in a different way than what I know God sees me? Yes, if we are not careful, we can stop with just the simple words and phrases of the hashtag without really listening deeply to the emotions and listening to the life's circumstances of this nation, of institutionalized racism that has caused these hashtags to bubble up in our world today. Yes, more so now than ever before, I believe we, you and me, the church, we are called to do deep listening. Listening to more than just the words of a hashtag. And when we listen, maybe, just maybe, we will hear the voice of God.